bedlam at the link as Jordan Davis blocks the game-winning field goal for the Rams and returns to the house, pads the lead. Eagles win. They go to 3-0. I'm Coy Camiscioli for Philly Sports Talk here. Amazed at this win. I'm going to break down the game for you guys. I'm going to start with this. So in the preview episode, I had the Eagles winning 24-22, but my gut said we were going to lose this game. I honestly really thought we were going to lose. The only reason why I chose the Eagles to win is just because going into this game, Jalen Hurts was, 18-0 or 17-0 in his last full 17 or 18 games, and until I saw that the Eagles, until you see them lose, you just really just can't bet against it. And here they are again, and this is, dude. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I cannot believe this win. Seriously. So I'll start with this. My keys to victory entering this game proved to be pretty big. The first one was like AJ and Smitty need to get going in this game. They could not have the kind of game that they had the first 2 weeks going to this one, and they absolutely did. AJ Brown 6 receptions for 109 yards and a touchdown with 10 targets as well. He got going. Had a lot of yards after catch as well. Devontae Smith, the game-winning touchdown, 8 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown. He had 9 targets. So they both got going in this one big time. I said Jalen Hurts is going to be under pressure a decent amount in this game, especially on third and fourth downs. And we need to have good plays designed for these third and fourth downs to counter the blitzes or when Jared Verse breaks free. That is word for word what was in my preview episode. And we really didn't, honestly. That was a big problem later or like throughout the entire game for the Eagles. Obviously we got the game-winning touchdown at the end there, but it was that's kind of the blueprint a little bit on the Eagles and Kevin Patullo as of now. We're gonna have to fix that. And my other key to victory, not so much pressure Stafford. Can't have too much time in the pocket. If he has the amount of time that Dak Prescott had Week 1 against the Eagles, I know Jalen Carter is out. I thought we were going to lose the game, but with just 1 sack, we still got the win. So nothing crazy there. There were 7 QB hits, but it wasn't immense pressure from the Eagles. So regardless, Jordan Davis, we have to talk about him. What an excellent game, and even in my game notes throughout this game, he made a big third down stop, forcing a fourth down and a punt, closing out on Matthew Stafford, racing to the sideline as he was racing for the first down. That was in my notes. And they have a really good system. The Eagles have a really good system on these field goals, which is the result which is the reason why we blocked 2 of them. They basically line up Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter on the same guard, and Jalen Carter hits him into the right shoulder, and Jordan Davis on the other side just bulldozes right through him. And Jalen Carter blocked the first kick, and Jordan Davis obviously blocked the potential game-winning field goal and returned it to the house for a touchdown, which was just electric. I absolutely wish I was at the link for this game. It just looks like a top-tier regular season game, one of the best in Eagles history, if I'm being honest, and I wanted to be there. But seriously, Jordan Davis, he has just turned into a stud. Like at the nose tackle position for the Eagles, he really is in shape. He got a much better shape. He commented on it after the game as well. They asked him if he still needed to catch his breath, and he said that this time last year he probably would have. But man, I have to hats off to Jordan Davis because him and Jalen Carter up the middle at the nose tackle position, it truly is. It looks pretty lethal as of now. So this was a great game for Jordan Davis, big confidence booster as well. And the fact that he returned that kick for a touchdown was just crazy. I was going crazy. I flipped my couch. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was absolutely awesome. Really cool to see for Jordan Davis and the Eagles. So I'm going to go through my game notes before I talk about the offense a little bit. Just a couple of things here and there. Zach Bond obviously made the big-time play early on with the interception the first drive. My next note was too many wide-open lanes for the Rams on run plays, and that was the truth for Kyron Williams. He was just kind of taking free stuff for most of the day. 20 carries for 94 yards, good for 4.7 yards per carry. Blake Corum, he had 8 carries for 53 yards, 6.6 yards per carry is the YPC there. Not good on the run defense. It was not a good day for the run defense, seriously. Stafford to Devontae Adams on that big bomb of a touchdown, and Reed Blankenship was pushed off without a doubt. It should have been offensive pass interference, but the refs did not call it later on in A.J. Brown. So it's okay. If they consistently are like that, we got that call later on back in the game. So I wasn't mad at the end of the game. I was mad at the moment, though. In that middle ground in the second quarter, Eagles have 4 straight 3-and-outs, and this is the problem with Camiscioli. Now, he did obviously make an adjustment for the Eagles to be able to come back in this game, but, one of these drives, 1st and 10, checked out, 2nd and 12 run, 3rd and 16 run. That's bad. That's really bad. Now, granted, I'm not going to fully hate on him in this podcast because the Eagles did have a comeback. We passed over the middle of the field, and we won this football game, so it looked like he made some adjustments. We saw Jalen Hurts yelling at him on the sideline, and I guess that needed to happen, seriously. I mean, if Jalen's yelling at you as a coach, you need to fix something on your play calling. So, again, I'm not gonna really come at him in this one because the Eagles made an adjustment and they won this football game. We'll see what happens moving forward. Patrol is obviously a problem at the moment, but we'll see what happens. So, also, we kept messing up the kickoffs, and that just can't happen. We just kept getting pinned inside our own 15. Tank Bigsby and John Mechie, they had to figure it out in the kickoffs. I don't see any other team in the league struggling on the kickoffs like the Eagles did in this game. Seriously. So that was really pissing me off throughout this game. You pin yourself deep when you're trying to make a comeback. It's never really a recipe for success. So, whatever. Then I talked about the Jordan Davis play on the 3rd down to force a punt. Eagles stuffed the Rams on a 4th down with 14 minutes left in the 4th. It was big. But then we failed on 4th and 6 on a pretty bad play as well. Nothing was open. And then, obviously, Eagles, that's when the comeback happened. So, listen, again, I'm not going to go in and hate on Camiscioli when the adjustment was made. The Eagles did win this football game. But it still is the thing to look out for me moving forward because it definitely was concerning. But for now, let's talk about Jalen Hurts. So, Jalen, obviously, that first half really was just bad, and it wasn't necessarily on Jalen. I still think this play calling is bad. Again, it ramped up in the second half. Jalen, though, finishes with 21 of 32 completions, 226 passing yards, 40 rushing yards, 266 total yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown, so 4 total touchdowns and no interceptions. A pretty good game from Jalen Hurts, and he took some big hits in the backfield. So it was good that he was able to hold on to the ball in those scenarios as well. I know Jared Verse got a good hit on him a couple other times from other guys as well. So Jalen, he was about all we needed to see. He kind of proved some of those haters wrong a little bit in that second half. And again, if you think this offense is on him, it's not. I promise you the play calling has been putrid. It really has been bad. So he got the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and we were able to make the comeback. Also had the big one to Dallas Goedert, his lone reception in this game back, but it was a 33-yard pass at the middle for a touchdown and started the momentum for the Eagles, seriously. So Saquon Barkley, nothing crazy in this game, just 46 yards on 18 carries, no touchdowns, just 2.6 yards per carry. So the Rams kind of bottled him up a little bit, which is something they cannot do in both matchups last year. So we needed to pass, and we got the job done in the pass game. That's all you can ask for. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of some other notes. Lane Johnson, he went out with a stinger, which is, it was bad in the game. Fred Johnson kind of held his own a little bit from time to time, but Lane Johnson is expected to be okay going into next week. The stinger, he should be fine. So that is some good news. Defensively, Cooper DeJean led the team in total tackles with 9. He also had a tackle for loss. Zach Bond, he had 2 pass deflections, including the interception as well. Jordan Davis, hell of a game. He had our only sack, obviously the blocked kick, and the big 3rd down play and the touchdown. A hell of a game for Jordan Davis, seriously. I wonder what Jordan Davis' anytime touchdown was. So, other than that, really good stuff from the Eagles. I could not be more proud of him for this win. Jalen Carter, he had 2 QB hits, but nothing crazy from him either. This was just a gritty win, and the Rams hate us. I know they do. Kyron Williams said after the game how much he hates the Eagles, and especially after losing to them, again, 3 times in 2 seasons. Jalen Hurts now 4-0 against Matthew Stafford, so Jalen Hurts has his number. Eagles were sacked 4 times in this game, but again, the Rams did have some pressure. Jared Verse and Byron Young, they both had one. Poona Ford and Jalen McCullough, I think is how you say that Rams name. They each had sacks. So Puka Nacua, we had a tough time stopping him. He had 11 receptions for 112 yards in this game, 15 targets. Not that good in the secondary on the Eagles. But for the most part, it was a really good bend-don't-break defense in this game because the Eagles, again, the 4 straight 3-and-outs. The Rams had to settle for a couple field goals here and there. And if we were giving up touchdowns, which, your defense is automatically going to be worse when it's constantly on the field because your offense is 4 straight 3-and-outs. They held their own, bend don't break to a T, and they helped us win this football game without a doubt. So, my props to them. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. We play the Buccaneers at 1 o'clock on Sunday, so I'll probably have a preview out on Friday or Saturday for you guys. But again, I'm very proud of the Eagles. This was a big gutsy win. This might be the turning of the tide on the offense, hopefully, to pass a little bit more. But other than that, Birds win, big time win. It was awesome. One of the best wins I've seen in a while. So I'll see you guys this weekend.